Okay.
All right. Call the meeting to order, March 27th.
Yeah, so there was a tie vote on a matter at the last meeting. The mayor requested a special meeting, which was required within no less than 5 and no more than 10 days. This is the last day that the meeting can be held, so the special advertising was made to reconsider the matter by Borough Council, and that is what we're here to do.
All right, and you say citizens be heard?
Yeah, we should probably do that. You should do that.
Okay, citizens be heard, 3 minutes? We have
Just me, I'll take just 3 minutes.
name and address,
Melvin
please.
Dixon, 3 Terry Court, Downingtown. You know, should be aware of who I am right now. I'm just a little, and actually I requested that this meeting be held because Josh told me I can either be a volunteer, temporary volunteer, or you guys have a vote and I will be voted against. That's what was said. So I want that out here and then you all know. I just feel, why wasn't this meeting held where everyone can attend? At least in the evening. I never came over here at 9 o'clock in the morning for any meeting, and I'm across the street. I mean, I'm just talking about fairness. That's what I said to you before, Chip, about I just wanted a fair shot at being elected. And it seems like everything that's going on is being made around me and to exclude me. And that's just the way I feel about this situation. I'm yet to be interviewed. When I spoke with our mayor, all he asked me, never spoke about my qualifications. It's about my women's club, would I support Kathy Kazone? And that, I think that what really offended me was I can only be a volunteer, get with Pat. I had to meet with Pat because it's her baby. And I'm sorry, I thought Pat was the liaison for this. And he's like, you have to meet with her and talk to her, or you can just be a volunteer for temp. We'll give you an assignment for 6 months or whatever. If it works out, we'll add you on. Well, excuse me, I applied to be a member, a voting member. And I don't think anyone else was offered that position. You know, if you apply, we'll bring you on, you just temp and do an assignment. The whole thing about it, you know? And I look at you guys as family, and I think that's what frustrates me, because I don't get what this is about. I don't. And that picture, he said, well, you shouldn't have brought the picture out, because it looked political. Why? That was me and her, and Denise James standing up for what we're supposed to do, our rights. You know, I know I probably got a minute. So all I'm saying is, to be a fair one, I request everyone should be present here.
We're here, Josh.
He can't vote, so I mean, Alex should be here. The 3 that voted for me is not present.
Josh, it's citizens be heard.
Citizens be heard.
It's not your time to talk.
And the ones that did vote against me, I see you guys are all here. And I just think, how can it be fair?
All right, Millie, we're going to wrap down citizens be heard. Mark, we run every meeting, Millie, the same. This is a special exception. We're not doing anything out of the ordinary. We're down the wire to get it done. We had trouble getting the meeting together and get it under time, so we are under restrictions. I didn't point anything.
No, just so that you know, the code says they shall have a meeting, so there is no choice.
And that's why I requested it, I know. He wasn't gonna have
Well,
it.
when there's a tie vote, the mayor has the ability to request a special meeting, at which time Borough Council has no.
But if he had requested it in the last meeting, he said it would have made more sense.
All right, Mark, I'm not going to have a debate, guys. Citizens be heard. And if you could do your 3 minutes, because we're going to take the vote, because we have to go back to work. Thank you very much.
All right, first, I want to remind you that in previous meetings when the council president refused to answer direct questions from citizens, so I'm mentioning this because I'm going to be asking questions, but they are rhetorical. They're not to open a dialogue. I don't want to be interrupted. So, Ms. Dixon was the first to submit her application. She was the first to submit her resume. She has attended numerous council meetings, more than all the other candidates combined, in anticipation of a vote. I don't recall any other candidates showing the interest and tenacity that Ms. Dixon has demonstrated. When Ms. Dixon requested that council take a vote, the council president deflected her request by saying the candidates would be interviewed. Really? When did council decide to do that? Strike one. The council president sent Ms. Dixon away saying that she'd be notified when the interviews would take place. Ms. Dixon mentioned that she would be going out of town to tend her ill mother. Guess when the interviews were scheduled for? The week when she was out of town. Strike two. After numerous attempts asking council to vote on her appointment to the Parks and Rec Commission, and after having returned from tending to her mother to find out that the interviews had taken place while she was away, Ms. Dixon was apparently a bit snippy with Councilor McClone. Can you blame her? To rub salt in the wound, it was suggested that at a subsequent meeting that Millie would not be appointed because of her snippy attitude. However, she would not have had any reason to be frustrated or snippy if she had been treated with fairness and respect right from the beginning. Strike 3. Ms. Dixon deserves a vote. Whether the vote was for or against her, she deserved to be acknowledged as a legitimate applicant. I nominated her, Councilor Winkler seconded, and we, along with Councilor Rakoff, voted in favor of giving Millie the opportunity to serve the community as commissioner on the Parks and Rec Commission. The other 3 council members voted against her, but never gave her the courtesy of a reason why she wasn't qualified. Strike 4. It was a 3-3 tie and time for the mayor to cast the deciding vote. His moment in the spotlight. And what did he do? He shrank away from his one responsibility on council and simply refused to vote. Strike 5. Suddenly the mayor didn't have enough information to break the tie. He said he had to meet with Ms. Dixon some other time. Why? What information was he lacking? Everyone had Ms. Dixon's application, her resume, and there have been numerous occasions when she tried to tell council of her accomplishments when she could have been asked questions. In fact, she could have been asked questions right then by the mayor, but he chose not to do that. It's obvious that the mayor does not want Ms. Dixon to be a voting member on the commission, and she just confirmed that by saying he had this other deal. Everyone got that message loud and clear. But instead of having the decency and backbone to simply vote, the mayor took what he thought was the easy way out. Hardly the way one would expect a leader to act. Strike 6. When the mayor met with Ms. Dixon privately, outside of the public meeting, where the other candidates had been interviewed, the mayor didn't ask about her qualifications or her passion for the borough. It was all political. The mayor didn't interview Ms. Dixon for the Parks and Rec Commission at all. He was only interested in her political stance. And he brought up the fact that she didn't support him in his recent unsuccessful bid for state representative. Strike 8. So I'm wondering this. Did the other candidates support his campaign? Did he know? Did he ask? Did he care? It shouldn't matter, should it? No, it shouldn't. So then why did it matter with Ms. Dixon? What are her political activities?
Excuse me, I don't want to be rude, but I have to run.
You're being rude.
Excuse me, I have to run an organized meeting. We're over the 3-minute mark.
You know what? I'm going to.
I would ask you to please
I will
wrap
sum
it
it
up.
up.
Please wrap it up because we have members that have to go back to work.
Oh, yeah,
So what
I
I
know.
ask-
If we started on
We
time.
treat everybody the same, please. Wrap it
No,
up so
as a
we
matter
can.
of fact, you don't, Mr. President. You cut people off when you want to cut them off. And when
Please
the
stick-
Main Street's up there
please stick to
talking,
the subject.
you let them go on and on forever. When it's a friend of yours. You are not shutting me down. Not this time. Not this time.
Please follow.
All right, so what was the purpose of the meeting with Ms. Dixon in private anyways? Well, I'll tell you why. It was tough to strike a deal, like the deal he tried to strike in a public meeting. He wanted to try to have Ms. Dixon appointed as a volunteer and see where it went from there, but didn't want her to be in the role of a commissioner. He assured her that she would not be appointed if she tried to go for a vote for commissioner. Really? That indicates that he had already made up his mind. Now, how can he make up his mind if he hadn't interviewed her yet, right? So I find it interesting that the mayor wields such power, assuring and denying appointments to commissions, and yet unable to simply cast a vote, just a yay or a nay. No, he had to delay it. So here we are at a special meeting that was unnecessary. It's at an inconvenient time. It's cost us a lot of money. We just had to bring out our solicitor. You had to talk to the solicitor first, advertise it and everything. And why? Because the mayor couldn't break a tie. And now this meeting being at 9 in the morning, you knew Alex wasn't going to be able to be here. He had to work. So you were stacking the deck against Ms. Dixon. I am so upset about that. At least give her a fair vote. At least have the same conditions that we had before. And let the people vote again, the council people vote again. You have stacked the deck against her. If the mayor had the backbone to break the tie in the first place, a special meeting wouldn't be needed. He has cost the borough a lot of money. So, you aren't looking for diversity or fair representation of citizens. You're looking for followers, yes men, people who want to walk lockstep with your agenda. So I want to tell you a little secret. You are servants.
Is
We
this
are.
a filibuster? Because
No,
I
it's
do
not.
have to go back to work.
I know that.
And
It's
it could
past
be-
All right.
Different times. Different times.
And you got a tie again.
Excuse me, I'm going to
I have
solicitor.
one
Mark,
thing-
please
I
step
have
up.
one thing to add.
Excuse me, please.
It's
Let me run this
30
meeting.
seconds. I'll be done before you
Mark,
get.
please.
Well,
address
if there's a
It's 10
policy
minutes,
for
Mark.
3 minutes, then
There
that
is not,
policy should
there
be
is a
enforced.
policy for
There's
3
three-
minutes when he wants to
No,
shut
there's
someone
Mark,
Well,
down.
if someone needs to go to work,
Just time.
Alright.
because a
Yeah.
vote
All
needs
right,
to
and
be
here's
taken,
the last
it should
part.
be taken.
We have-
In protest, I am leaving, I am leaving. You will still have a quorum if you choose to stay. Nick, I'm sorry, it's on your shoulders now, but, you can complete the quorum, but you are enabling the mayor, if I complete the quorum, you're gonna be enabling the mayor to
Mark,
avoid a
okay.
tiebreaker,
Okay,
and
we're
you're
done.
aiding.
Mark,
I want
someone
to
has
end
to
it now,
make,
this is going nowhere, this is nothing
No.
but.
if council wants to proceed, then someone has to make a motion to
We
recess.
have a motion on the
everything
floor
back.
to consider.
Nope, I am not taking part in this, this is all
Excuse me, do we have a
It's
motion?
all
Do we have a
It is a
decision.
motion?
council
Yeah.
meeting that
It's
is
not
made
fair. It's
specifically to
wrong.
allow this.
This was done in the back room,
Excuse me.
decided
Mark,
against
Nick,
her,
you
I
want to
am not gonna
I make a motion that
participate
we
in
appoint
this.
Millie.
Okay, can I have a second?
I'd like, I mean, I'm not gonna an opportunity to talk now.
Let's get a second, we'll do it.
So I can say something. You guys are gonna vote no anyway, so just let me talk.
Well, let's get a second, we got a second, we
I
can
didn't
think
do
of
an
it.
and did, I'm asking for you to let me give my case.
Okay, we'll do the second, now and Nick, he has to go to work, so please.
I understand, I'll let you go, I
Please
just,
keep
I'm
consider.
talking to you because I don't think Chip's gonna, and I don't know why, I have no dog in this fight, I don't know Millie, I don't know what the personal reasons are for not putting her on there. There's plenty of people that serve on commissions that I don't like, that I voted for. I mean, even the last grouping of it, you know, I voted for people that I don't personally like. We changing one of our ordinances because we don't have enough volunteers. Now we have someone begging to be a volunteer. And I don't know why, I mean, it's one voting member, she's, you know, we search, we're supposed to be the good neighbor of the community, but when here's someone begging to do it, I have plenty of people I don't like that are on commissions. So I don't know what the personal reason, I don't care. And I don't know Millie, I've never even talked to her other than through these meetings, so I just implore somebody to maybe.
And Nick, I don't want to shut you down, but it's okay if we can take the vote. You have enough?
No, wait, was the second made?
Yes, we have a motion and a second, to consider Millie Dixon, all in favor?
And if you leave, there won't be a quorum.
Opposed? Opposed? Motion carries 3-1.
Well, it doesn't, fails. Motion was to appoint.
Oh, I'm sorry, motion
Yeah.
fails, I'm
Right.
sorry. He did the motion at point. So 3-1, Steve, that's it.
There you go.
Motion to adjourn? Second? Thank you, everyone. Sorry it's a
Thank
long
you.
meeting. Pat, Phil, Nick, thank you, Melanie.
What just happened?
Thank you.